I'm Sinay-Bernie. I'm the managing partner for Citrine Power. Citrine Power is a developer of medium-scale distributed generation solar and storage projects. We're based out of Connecticut, and our primary markets are the northeastern markets: New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Connecticut. And we're the original developers of this project.
Right on. So tell me, Cela, how do you go about developing a project like this? What gets you started? How do you go about it?
We're always looking for suitable sites for a variety of applications. We're agnostic between ground mounts, rooftops, and parking lots. And we were very closely watching the community solar program in New Jersey at its infancy when the rules were being put together. And we came about the Blue Army Shrine site. They already have a lot of parking lot because it's a pilgrimage site, more or less. They have large bus parking lots, as you see at the background perhaps. And it's contained. We didn't really have to change the landscape at all. So we thought it was a very good opportunity. And our vision of community solar aligned very much with the Shrine's and the board's vision as well. So everything kind of fit perfectly.
What are some of the difficulties and obstacles you had to resolve?
I think the biggest obstacle was interconnection. For us on this specific project, we had to cut down the size of our project by half almost. But the community solar program in New Jersey is new. It's new for everyone, including us and the utilities. We were able to resolve it, in a way where actually the project was made possible. So the utility, our interconnecting utility, was working with us to actually make it happen. But that was probably our biggest hurdle that we had to pass, and just in general, the gestation period of the development process, because waiting for, some of the regulations, like everything new, when you're doing something for the first time, because this is part of the first community solar pilot program, there's always, the different hurdles that you can't even foresee during the development process that you had to overcome. But overall, it worked out.
Are there possibilities for other organizations like the Blue Army Shrine or other nonprofits, other congregations to have projects like these?
Absolutely. I think it's a great fit. Community solar projects in general, especially the ones that are targeting low and medium income households like the ones in New Jersey, are great opportunities for nonprofits, for themselves to actually create some funds by leasing their property to developers like us, to get discounted power by participating into the community solar program and helping their communities, especially the low and medium income residents and others, by helping them buy discounted renewable power. So overall, nonprofits are great candidates for these kinds of projects.
My last question for you, Cela, is: do you feel that affordable renewable energy for everyone is important for the future of the state and the planet, and why do you think?
Yes, absolutely. Energy equality is one of the most important challenges that we're actually facing right now in the face of climate change, and generally in the face of inequalities that we have across the board. New Jersey and other states have been doing a great job in trying to address that, and we're very proud that we're participating in solving some of those problems.
My name is Jacob Naimark, and I'm working with Sunwealth Power. We are the financing party as well as the owners of the project for the long term. So we will be in charge of making sure that the beautiful panels that are behind me continue to produce good, clean energy for the lifetime of their existence.
Why is Sunwealth happy to fund this project?
So Sunwealth as a company is primarily focused on making sure that the transition to a cleaner energy economy is equitable. And this project really excites us because of both of the partnership that we have with such a great organization like the Blue Army Shrine, and also because of the work that it does to help enable that equitable transition through the low and moderate income community solar portion of it. We're really excited that residents who face typically higher energy cost burdens are going to be able to participate in the clean energy economy and benefit from savings, which would be a really crucial relief of pressure for a lot of families.
You know, what is exactly community solar role into the whole energy supply, in your opinion, to New Jersey and the Northeast?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a statistic I like to reference, which is that 77% of U.S. households can't put solar on their own roof for one reason or another. It could be a shaded roof, they could be, living in an apartment building, or just don't have the finances to put a system on their own property. And so community solar has an enormous potential to expand that residential market by allowing people to buy clean energy from panels like this that are part of a larger system. And your personal circumstances don't have to dictate your access to clean energy when you have these community buy-in systems.
How many projects has Sunwealth funded that are in collaboration with congregation, with the non-profits?
Sure. So in total, Sunwealth has around 400 projects, and 20% of those, more or less, are with nonprofits and houses of worship.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, so they all can benefit from the solar energy they produce. Maybe there is a lease component to it. Yeah,
absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, for example, with the Blue Army Shrine, they're of course a wonderful partner for highlighting the potential for clean energy visually, but also these panels have value to the organization because they're giving their property for the development of solar, and they're going to benefit from savings every single year, which just helps to sustain a good community organization.
And if someone is interested in establishing a project like that and developing a project like that, how would they get in contact with you? How do you get a conversation started around the project?
Absolutely. Yeah, so we're constantly engaging with new potential partners to talk about the feasibility of developing solar. And the great part about a partnership with us is, as I was alluding to before, you don't have to have the cash as an organization to upfront build a system like this. Sunwealth comes in and provides that financing, and then is able to partner with you to deliver longer term benefits throughout the lifetime of the panels. And so the way that we would facilitate that beginning of a partnership is just a conversation. We explain ways that we can work together, try to get to know our potential partners, what their priorities are and what their land looks like in terms of the potential for solar. So they can reach out to, officially our email is projects@sunwealth.com, and if they were to reach out to us, we would be thrilled to start a conversation with nonprofits.
Awesome. Finally, do you feel that affordable renewable energy for everyone is important for the future of the state and the planet, and why would that be?
Absolutely. I think what you see, and it's really wonderful, is there are a lot of people who are excited about clean energy, and that's unfortunately a small portion of the larger global population. People have a lot of things to think about. Not everyone is thinking about energy, and specifically clean energy. And so to me, we need to make sure that our solutions to the environmental challenges that we face are extremely far-reaching and reach those people who wouldn't seek it out on their own. Community solar is a crucial way of doing that, and that's true in the state of New Jersey, across the U.S., and across the world. Climate change is a global challenge, and we're going to need global solutions if we're going to tackle it.
Great, well put. Thank you so much, Jacob.
Thank you.
Yeah, so my name is Doug Bagwill. I'm the Executive Vice President with Pfister Energy, Inc. We're the EPC contractor for the project, which means we do the engineering, the procurement, and oversee the construction of the project as well.
Yep. So you're actually doing the work, right in the ground as we speak. And maybe you can tell us a little more about the project. What are we looking at right now?
Yeah, sure. So we have three structures here. One is a traditional carport parking structure that's covering an area of parking as well as some of the grass behind it for picnic benches. We also have a pavilion structure which is fully covered and rainproof. It's going to be used as a pavilion for the congregation here to meet, and the place is covered to be both from the sun and the rain if it's the weather's not good when they're here. And then we also down below us we have a large bus parking canopy. So when the congregations come here with all the buses, they can park in a shaded area.
And that's the one over there, right?
Yeah, that's
Correct.
down
Hmm?
to the south of the project.
Perfect. What are some of the technical challenges that a project like this has, and specifically, if you can get into specific regarding this?
Yeah, sure. So, our job is to both meet the requirements of producing as much energy as possible, while also building structures that work for the facility here and are a benefit to the to Blue Army and the congregation that comes here. So we were trying to balance the design of the canopy, both from a cost perspective and a production perspective, and also allow it to be a good use for the facility, such as putting in the pavilion area, and we had to use that at a different tilt so that we can optimize the production of it while still being an appropriate size for the pavilion. And then for the bus parking structure, we had to take into account the turning radius of the buses and how we were going to space the columns so that the buses could get in there and they can access and there wouldn't be impediment to them, while still allowing the canopy to be erected.
Wow. Doug, can you tell us some of the specific benefits that this project has?
Yeah, so obviously we're producing solar energy, so that has a great environmental impact. Also through the community solar program, we're able to offer lower cost power and clean power to the local communities here, to the four surrounding counties. And then in addition to that, it's a benefit to Blue Army here, where we're providing the covered pavilion, covered parking for the buses, and covered parking for the cars.
So Pfister Energy is a local company?
Yes.
Based in New Jersey. How many employees do you have here on site? How many are you employing for the construction?
So we have about 10 employees on site. We also have a subcontractor who's erecting the steel structure. They have another 10 employees on site. And then we also have a staff back in the office. As I mentioned, we're doing the engineering as well. We've got a team of engineers, project managers, project developers, accountants, a whole project team back at our office here in New Jersey that's helping support the project as well.
Great. And do you feel that affordable renewable energy for everyone is important for the future of the state and the planet? And why is that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's definitely important. Not everybody has the opportunity to put solar on their roof or in their parking lot. So programs like the Community Solar Program allows a larger portion of the population to access renewable energy and help and do their part to promote renewable energy by purchasing it by doing these community solar programs. So we can build larger systems that are more cost effective to build in places that can accommodate, but everyone can benefit from it.
Right on.
Well, my name is David Carollo. I'm the Executive Director of the World Apostolate of Fatima, USA, and the Blue Army Shrine. We're here at the Blue Army Shrine. We're located in Warren County in New Jersey, Western New Jersey. For those who aren't familiar with the area, we're 15 or less miles to the Pennsylvania border, so we're in the western part of the state of New Jersey. And it is, we're in the hills. So I don't know if these would be the foothills of the Poconos. Some say they are. I don't exactly know what they consider it here, but we're in an area that is, it brings people. People from all over come out to visit our shrine. They come from New York, they come from Pennsylvania, they come from all over New Jersey, Connecticut, all over the area. And then, of course, we broadcast everything out. So our apostolate goes to the world from here.
So why do you decide to host a solar project like this one?
Well, I just think it's generally a good thing to do. We have the space to do it here. This is, as you can see, our solar project is not affecting any, we're not disturbing any other lands. These are parking areas, they're picnic areas, and I think it has, obviously, with the cost of energy, it is something that we want to look into. And I think it's good for the community. It's good overall. I think it's a good source of energy, and it is the renewable energy, so it has many advantages.
What are the benefits of this project to you and your community?
Well, I think the benefits for us, again, as I say, some reduced rate on our electricity. There's the financial end of it. I think it has. Obviously, we built this pavilion as part of this, which is a big help for us. We have big crowds here at times. We'll have crowds that can come to 5,000 people on some days. The nice thing about the solar is it doesn't. It's quiet. It's passive. It doesn't interfere. it's a little bit of a difference in the architecture. We are joking that it's the Jetsons meet the Flintstones kind of a thing. It's a little bit.
I like that.
But it is what it is. It's the progress. It's how things are done today, and I think I think many of the people that come would be very happy to see that we have this, both from a standpoint of using solar energy for all the good it can do, and how it can help the apostolate and our shrine here.
Awesome. How can congregants and local residents take advantage of this solar installation?
Well, they can take advantage of it. People can take advantage of it for a number of ways. I think, as we know, this is community solar. I think it's geared very much to lower income people, and we're very happy to be part of a project that will benefit people of lower income. There's many in this area. I don't know if our constituents or our people who come here fall into that category. Some do, some don't. But they're all very interested in that aspect of it, because we are a religious organization, and we can help people in any way that are less advantaged. We want to be part of that. So it's good. Of course, we do have the advantages to us also, because we are a nonprofit, and as a nonprofit organization, a Catholic religious organization, it's good to have, we want to be, we have to watch our finances, be responsible in the community, and I think this is a kind of project that would be good all around. Right. Help people who come here, help people who don't even come here or in the area, because again, there are 4 counties that can benefit by this.
So just for others to understand, like maybe for a similar organization like yours, like another congregation, another place of faith and place of worship, can you describe your internal decision-making progress in advancing such a project? Well,
I mean, it's something that I have always wanted to do. I'm the executive director of the organization. I have a board of trustees that I report to and work with. They're very supportive of my vision, and it's their vision too. We're all very close on that. I just felt that it's progress. It's how things need to be done in these days. There is it's environmentally responsible kind of energy. I know there's other alternative energies that are out there, such as wind and such, and we're on top of a mountain, so we have wind. But I don't think that is conducive to the serenity of a shrine. This is passive,
Yep, these are the canopies, right?
Yes, exactly. You see the canopies here. You see the pavilion is one, and of course the carport's there, and down below the large one where our buses, that's our bus parking lot, although it's for buses and cars. And again, on the big days, we have many cars around here, and buses, and I think it'll be a pleasant, and it doesn't interfere with our our present needs to accommodate traffic and such.
Would you recommend other organizations to consider hosting a solar project?
Yes, absolutely. I think it's a great thing, especially, I mean, we are a Catholic shrine here within the Diocese of Metuchen, New Jersey. That's the Diocese of Metuchen covers a big area geographically here. I know there are many parishes here, and I have spoken with others in some of the churches. I mean, yes, there is interest throughout, many of them have big parking lots. They have areas that, again, like you're not taking up green space, which I think is one of the things that people like, because you're not disturbing green space that's out there. Right. And so I think, I would have to say I would highly recommend it.
Do you feel that affordable, renewable energy for everyone is important for the future of the state and the planet, and why?
Well, it is very important. I mean, one, the cost of everything is difficult for people. We have many people, big families that come here, and I think, again, the economics of it are very important. Solar energy is clean, and I think that's something that people look to. It does take space to obviously take in the energy, but I do believe that it's a very important type of thing. I mean, we are an electric world. I mean, sort of. It's not what it was in the past. Just look at a home that was built, 60, 70 years ago, and compare to one today, and look at the number of things that you run off electricity now. So it's important for us. Right. And if we could do it with this type of energy, I think it's good for overall. It definitely is good for the for the environment. But
A bee is gifting you.
bees, yes, he approves of what I'm saying. I
He
guess.
approves,
Yeah, right.
approves lots of nature.
Yeah. So I think it's a very good thing to have access to this type of this energy and all.
Thank you so
That's it.
much.